behind that is the mind, which should be strong. The physical body should be strong, energy body should be strong, mental body should be strong, intellectual body should be strong, and ego should be strong not for egotism, but for humble, humility. That is the Annamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Otherwise it is Nirananda. All the ego struggle, ego fight, these are all Nirananda, no Ananda. So we have to develop all these so that we go beyond. So to have a balance, this ancient wisdom is so great. They pay attention to all sides of life. Okay, let us chant. You have the books. How many of you have the books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6. Okay, good. Let us jointly do that. Let us see that how we learned at least one mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejashvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvichabhai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May Brahman protect us both. Say it together. Om, may Brahman protect us both, the teacher and the student, equally. May he enable us. No, because many have no books, so they cannot chant. So I am saying, let me say one, second time we jointly say. May he enable us, to share the benefit of the learning equally. May we be equally strong. To grasp the meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other. Peace, peace, peace. Now we are in the chapter, we are starting a new chapter. Chapter 2, part 2, chapter 2, that is on the page 137. So we have finished the other chapter that was talking about the Atman, the question what Nachiketa put to his teacher, and there he was saying, this is that Atman what you are asking for, and that Atman is the power behind everything, that which it generates, by which we can see through our all the 5 sense objects, perceived by that energy which is behind the body mind, and that is that truth which you are asking, O Nachiketa. So like that we ended the chapter, first chapter of the part 1. Now part 2, the first chapter. Second chapter we start. Now let us chant together. Puram ekadashadwaram ajasya avakrachetasaha anusthaya nashocati vimuktascha vimuchyate etadvaitat. Again, the teacher here, the Yama, the god of death, he is suggesting that you asked about that Truth, O Nachiketa, what is there beyond life and death? Is there any reality? Yes, this is the reality. What you are searching for. What is that? Which is Puram Ekadasadwaram. This Pura. Puram is this here house or this body. Our body. It has called Ekadasadwaram. We have 11 doors. What are the 11 doors? That means this body, 11 gates. What are the 11 gates?
2 eyes, 2 nose,
Tell 4.
2 nostrils.
2 nostrils.
2 ears, 2
Mouth. 8. And excretion. And what? 10? Mudha probably.
Up there and then.
So these are the gateway through which we perceive our knowledge, experience our spiritual identity, etc. Whatever. Oh, acha, acha. So, ajasya avakra chetusa. That Atman is talking about the Atman because that is the truth Nachiketa wanted to know. That undying self, that birthless but deathless, that endless, beginningless, that ever pure, ever energy, source of all energy, that reality, that is called the self, capital S, not this small s. In this ajasra avakra chetasa, that means this avakra, which is not what is called bane, vakra is twisted. It is straight. Truth is straight. So that avakra chetasa, that self, that is residing in this Puram, in this body, with 11 gates. Puram Ekadasadaram, and that is avakra chetasa anusthaya na sochat. If you, anusthaya means if you practice that or put it always in the service of the self, or you engage yourself in the contact with the self, what will happen? That type of anushthan or practice will na sochati. That means you get identified with that truth, and as a result you cross all bereavements, na sochati, but bimuktascha vimuchyate. If you once get a touch of that, so that knowledge remains, and when the body falls, you become ever illumined, never to come back into the world of duality. So this body with its 11 gates is the abode of the self. That means self resides, as it were, in this house. The body is the house which has 11 gates. This gate, you can get out. That's why many people die. They say that when the body, the prana, energy, the prana gives out, someone goes to the mouth, some says the nostril, some goes to the eyes, no? Some higher spiritual personality, the yogis or samadhi, they get here. To this channel, the Sushumna is Sahasrara channel. Brahmarandra. So, and also, depending on the purity of the soul, when they depart from this body, they have different gateways to get out. So he says that this body, which has 11 gates, as is opening, is the abode of the self. And what is the nature of that self? This self has a birth, this self has a death. No? This has disease, this body has so much changes. Childhood body is one, adult body is one, old body is one. So it has so many changes. But that is unchanging. And they're never born. That self never born. The body is born. Body dies. But the Atman never is born, never dies. That's why it is said that it's unborn. And always chetosa, avakra. It is not bent or it is not twisted any time. That means it remains in straight divine form all the time. That's why the same pure consciousness. So in the Gita also we hear that Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridyase Arjuna Tishtati. O Arjuna, Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, He resides in the heart. Sarvabhutanam, not my heart only, not yours, but everyone, where there is a life force, even in my microscopic amoeba or in a cell, bacteria, there is a life force, and behind that, this consciousness is as consciousness, it is residing there. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridyase Arjuna Tishtati. He not only resides here, not only that, Brahmayan Sarvabhutani. It is making us move around the world of duality, Sarvabhutani. Like a jantra, ruhani maya, like a jantra, like a machine, someone puppet. Someone pulls the string and the puppet's hand moves on. No? We are thinking, I am raising my hand. I think, I do. You are thinking, but this is a dead body, it's a robot body. It has no, unless you connect with the consciousness, this body does not function. Huh? So, tell me, what is that? This body, behind this body with 11 gates, there resides the self that is undying, unborn, unchanging, absolute. And a spiritual aspirant, what should be our duty if he is here and in this body in which we are walking, moving, talking, experiencing the universe? What we should have to do? It says that a spiritual aspirant uses this body only in the service of the self. He does not use this body for other purpose, but to know who is within, to realize what is inside. And that is only for spiritual purpose. This body can be utilized for many purposes. We utilize the body for every purpose, no? You did cooking, so you did it with your body. You worked, that's because of the body. So without the body, we cannot do any function. But this best utilization of this body, Upanishad says that in the service of the self. We serve everything, but we do not serve God. In a dualistic sense, we call God. Vedantic sense, we call Brahman. We call Atman. We don't serve the Atman who is in. We serve our children, we serve our mom, dad, brother, sister, husband, wife. But we don't serve Atman there. We don't serve God there. We can just do that. That's a practice. What is the spiritual practice? Spiritual practice is to all service, I'm serving the self. I'm serving God. See, then this experience of oneness comes. That is only for spiritual practice, and by doing so, realizes the true nature of the self. He then goes beyond all sorrow. After knowing that, if we really, every day, it's a very practical Vedanta. Swami Vivekananda spoke about the practical Vedanta. Theoretical Vedanta is that what we are talking, I'm not the body, not the mind, I am Atman. That is a theoretical thing. It is intellectual something. But if we really feel from today, this verse, that's why these verses are for meditation. It is not for reading, for intellectualizing. It is only for understanding in depth what it contains, what it's talking about. Think from today. You have got a body, and this body has 11 gates. And you are experiencing that. You have those. And who is guiding? The self, unborn. Very simple, straight. There's no crookedness. Avakra chetasa. And in that heart, it is there. And a practitioner, as a practitioner, what you should do? You should serve the self. We forget that. We do the same thing. That's our foolishness. We are working from morning till night. You are serving. You say, I have no time. In your office, in your home, in your business. But whom you are serving? I'm serving the self who is in me, who is in everywhere. If with this philosophy one works, naturally his mind gets tuned to the consciousness of the self. And as you tune in that level, You go beyond the sorrows. Because you come in touch with the joy. God, the Brahman is Satchidananda. If it is Satchidananda, and you tune yourself to that Satchidananda consciousness, what will happen? You will be free from sorrows and sufferings. Where is sorrow and where is suffering? Rabindranath Tagore says, Tomahte jave hoiye bimo, apunar pane chai. Oh Lord, when I turn my eyes away from you and look at this petty body-mind composition, not you, there is suffering, there is bereavement, there is death, there is separation. He purno tabu charonero kache, jaha kichu sab ache, ache, ache. Oh Lord, there is everything at your feet. When I think of, so that feet means here is with a devotional language we call feet, and padam means the state. In you, there is this. So Lord, when I turn my eyes away from you, so whole day we are working. We are serving the same divine self who is in me. This is only robot, 11-gated body. Your body, my body, every body is like that. But who is residing in that is the big self, we call Atman, Ajasya Vakra Chetasa. And not knowing and serving and foolishly crying every day, I am tired, I did so much and I did this, because it goes in waste. But spiritual practitioner, what he should do, he should have to think that I am worshipping the self through all my actions. I am saying a word. That word is to serve somebody. That's why he says, say such words which is beneficial. Talk about that thing which gives your life a boosting in your mood and spirituality. So everything should be tuned to that, close to the pure self. So if we practice, then there is no more sorrow. Sorrow comes when we are away from God. Suffering comes when we forget God. Sorrow has no, suffering has no power to a person who is really very close to God. Because in God is infinite. And where can be sorrow and suffering? Only pettiness, there is suffering. Littleness, pettiness, separation, there is suffering. So, he then goes beyond sorrow. As he has overcome his ignorance and has stopped identifying himself with the body, he becomes free from the cycle of birth and death. Knowing this, because he is no more identifying this gated house. It was not here. Look at that. It was not here before my birth. Today you are saying 75 years. Okay, think of 75 years, 80 years. Where was this body? It was not there. And it will not be there after some time. And this body is not the same. See the changes. If someone brings all the photographs of my life till 75 years, you will be surprised. So whose body and which body is my body then? You are celebrating my birthday. So whose birthday you are celebrating then? That body, if you say, but is not the same body. It is change, and then it will change tomorrow, and now it has changed already. So then who is there unchanging in this changing body-mind complex? So if we focus our attention, this is how our life becomes spiritual. And that is the only way to spiritualize our life and to establish our own self, and that is the big self. And there you can get out of the misery, suffering, pain, and the fear of death. Mrittu shamrittum apnoti yaiho naneva pashyati. He enters into death and to more death, life after life death. Yaiho, he who sees, iho nanaivo, the same self, not seeing the same self. They used to say, you are separate, I am separate, this is separate, that is separate. You are your nana ego. Then the rishis are very careful about using the word. There is no nana, there is no many. But nana ego, as if it is many. I am seeing you. It's not nana, it's not many. Only one self is there. But it sees in ignorance, nana ego. Ramakrishna said that when you put a stick in a bucket of water, you see the stick appears to be broken in one piece. But it appears evil, but it is one stick. It is not two. That one is bent into the water, another in the upper side. It is not like that. But it is ignorance created that. So, by practice of this, one can transcend all sorrows and sufferings. That's very simple. Why? Because you are thinking of your own divine self in here, in there, in everywhere. And you are getting in touch with that consciousness, that absolute blissfulness, that joy, unending. And if you connect yourself with unending joy, where will come the sorrow? Where is the position that sorrow will enter there? There is no opening for that. Just think about that. That's why that is the path to cross the cycle of birth and death. Why we are born? Because we have to have some desire to fulfill. And to desire fulfillment of the desire, what you need? You need a body. I want to eat. People say, oh, in this life I have done this part. Next life, if I am born, I will be born in this condition so that I will be having it, what is unfulfilled in this life. No. So the desire is pulling us again and again. Why desire? Because I am incomplete. I have not received the absolute state of perfection. I still lack something. Desire comes from what? Lacking. I am incompleteness. All the achievements of life ultimately leads to this frustration, incompleteness, imperfection. I wish something. People go to heaven. For what? You have some craving, you have some desire. Unless you desire, why will you go? And if there is no desire, where will you take a body? Body is necessary, you need a car. Why do you need a car? If you want to go to some shopping. So you have to need a car, or when you have no car, you call Uber or Lyft. Huh? You need some car. So need some body and go and shop and then come back and can discard keep the car. So desire is like that. The soul has some incompleteness, wants to satisfy that, and for that reason he must have to take a body. Which type of enjoyment you want? What is your desire? Which type of car you will take? You can take your two-wheeler car or for a short distance. You can take a very steady car if you have to go coast to coast. If you want to go much to the outside world, you take a plane. That's also a vehicle to take you from one body to another place. Depends on what is your desire. And this desire is thriving from where? Because of the mind who feels that I need something more. And even a little trace of desire, that's why Holy Mother said, no, even you have a little desire, then you cannot get freedom. Because that little thing will pull you back. So, how to get out of this terrible problem? Shall we lose then the worldly fun and joy? No, you will not lose. If you touch that ground of joy, self, real self, there is fullness. There is nothing to achieve more. In the Gita, in the Upanishad, this has been emphasized again and again. Jadgatva na nivartante. Attaining that, you don't have to come back because you are saturated. There is no space for anything to be void that should fill the gap. So this is the point, that cycle of birth and death will stop because you have attained what is to be attained. It is not negative, it is totally positive. And there in that reality, the whole universe is there. This whole universe is only one aspect of the infinite. Auma, we have read in Mandukya, no? Om, Mandukya Karika we read here. This whole world, as we talk about these galaxies and stars, is only Om. A-U-M and dot. That is the Om. So if you just understand all but this one, a part of that cosmic consciousness, myself, now you understand all oo and ma, then where is the gap in the life to be again dissatisfied? So attaining that, all the voidness of life ends there, and there is no reason that you should have to come back. If you wish, you can come, but that is your choice, and that's the enjoyable thing. You have no freedom and no bondage, but you are enjoying your bliss at the same time having a body. Like Vivekananda came, like Brahmananda came, like people of greatest wisdom, world teachers, they came. They have no need for their own. That's why the definition of the incarnations are that they have no need for themselves, but they come for the welfare of all and good of others, because they have fulfilled their own things. And that is also desire, but it's a very pure desire to help others. So, birth and death then cease for that person. And oh Nachiketa, you are asking about that transcendental, this is that Atman. See how the Guru is bringing the awareness of the divine here, in you. Look at here. Don't go anywhere. You need not have to jump into the high heaven. It is here and now. And in your every action, think that you are serving that reality. Serve that reality. This is Swami Vivekananda, how many times he said, this is serving the Lord in everything. That's why Holy Mother, practical example, look at that. For Mother, everything is the same. Same means God, same means consciousness. You use the broomstick and throw away here. You are ignoring the self in it. It's a very high level. It has its own respectful position. You have to honor that. Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother, they are so perfect in their application of the Vedanta. In us, there is high and low. We can respect an honorable person. Everyone can respect an honorable person. Who can respect a person who is ignored by all? And if you see, you are a great person. But no, the Brahmagyanis will see, Yari, who is in me? He is in that poor person. Some Holy Mother's statement. Amar moddhe jini, dule bagdin moddhe tini. Ma. See the word. Mother's language is very simple. That outcast lady, dule bagdi. Bagdi means lower caste. In those days, that was the caste system, severe caste system. And that Dule Bagdi means one lowest of the category of the society's standard, lowest. She will see, who is in me, the same self is there also. Radhi, the niece, no? There was a crawling, mother was in Vrindavan, and there was a crawling ant. And like a small girl, she wanted to kill that. And mother cried out, don't do that, don't do that. And she went into this ecstatic mood. She said, I see exactly the feet of Ramakrishna, the eyes. Ant's eyes, she is in Ramakrishna. It's a language, mystic language. We may say Ramakrishna is the man. Ramakrishna entered into it. No, he said the same consciousness. Tik Thakurer pa, Tik Thakurer mukh. Exactly, it is the mouth of Ramakrishna. It is exactly the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. See how sameness comes. It is not a theory. It is not a political agenda to create that we are all equal. It is not a social gathering meeting saying, oh, ho, we are all equal. No, it springs from the consciousness, the self in everyone. And we can practice that. And then our life, the society will be so benefited by this type of thinking. Every service is service to God. Everything you are doing, every breath you are breathing, that is for serving God. In yourself, for others. There is no other, because it is only oneself. In ignorance, these are 11-gated one robot. Can you meditate on this from today? Think that I am this 11-gated one physical structure? No? And here is the self. And that self is the same self. Anyone coming in my mind, that is also one 11-gated structure, and the self is there. You are serving a patient, you are serving a glass of water to somebody. I am serving that, not the outer structure, who is inside, that is the self. And connect. And if we can connect, the whole world becomes our own. Our scripture says, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, entire Vasudha, the entire universe becomes my Kutumba, means my relative. All are my relative. Blood relation. We are all same. See? Ancient wisdom gave them this understanding on oneness and unity. And if that unity is there, who will hate whom? Who will fight with whom? I don't fight with myself. My tongue and my teeth, how different in their constitution. If sometimes your tongue gets bite by the teeth, my God, see the condition. But they are coexisting all the time. But why? Because it is mine. And that has generated in such a way it is working, we never knew that it is happening there. Only if you bite your tongue, then you understand what a problem. That is inadvertent. So we are inadvertently seeing you different from me. But our real consciousness should say, yes, the same self, same self. So what else? The Upanishad describes the body as a city. A city has to have some gates for entering and leaving. And the body also has such gates. It has in fact 11 gates. The 2 eyes, the 2 ears, the 2 nostrils, the mouth, the navel, the 2 lower organs, and the orifice at the crown of the head through which a yogin lifts his body. There is always someone who controls a city. And in the case of this body, the self is the supreme authority. It controls everything the body does. This self is, in fact, the cosmic self, Brahman. This is why it is without birth and also without death. It is pure consciousness and never suffers any change in its character. But the individual self, the jiva, is ignorant. And because of its ignorance, it thinks that it is the body. It suffers if the body suffers and attributes to itself all the limitation that the body has. We say, I am sick. You are sick. Which part of you is sick? Your body is sick today. Oh, I am depressed. A depressed is, who is depressed? I am depressed. Which part of you is depressed? Your finger is depressed? Or your toe is depressed? Your mind is depressed. The mind is depressed. What is that to me? See, this is the Vedanta is simple. Again and again you will have to listen to the same thing. But how difficult it is, see, we are listening but it is not getting in. there is a big armor. So you put any arrow, it will hit and then go out. It cannot penetrate. So this is to be practiced so that it penetrates into that core of our being. Similarly, it is the victim of the caprices of the mind. The individual self is truly a slave to the body and mind. Individual self, as we are now. But this need not be its fate always. We need not have to think I am the body all the time. Need not have to feel that I am hopeless. The picture changes completely if the individual self, small self, once begins to assert itself, saying that it is the cosmic self. Here is the cosmic self, is a part of the cosmic self. CNS capital. As the cosmic self, it is ever free and is the Lord of everything. Thinking is the first step towards being. As you think, so you become, is it not? Our thought makes us who we are. So first it says thinking is the first step towards the being. And if a person constantly thinks that he is divine, he becomes divine. The body and mind are tools that may work either way. They may cause bondage or they may bring about your liberation, depending on whether they dominate over you or you dominate over it. Is it not? Who is dominating us? Our body and mind. My body is little sick. I say, I sick and I go to bed. My mind is sick. I got depressed whole day. The joy of the day is gone. That they are dominating on me, the self, who is ever free. And what is called a spiritual person? What is body? What is that to me? Body is suffering, let it suffer. Ramakrishna said, body has the cancer, let it happen. What is that to me? Mind is mind. It's the mind's affair. What is that to me? The segregation. That's called spirituality. Segregation is the non-eternal and the eternal. You have to separate out. Salt and sugar. It's mixed together. So we'll have to make some scientific process to make that separate. How can you make a separation? There is a process. Salt, sugar, you can separate by putting water and let the sugar melt. And the salt, then you distill it and it will be separated. So similarly, this Deho and Atma, this body and the pure self, has got juxtaposed with each other. And Itarasmin, Shankaracharya's beautiful commentary is there. Itaram, it is juxtaposing. Deho is juxtaposed on the Atman, Atman is juxtaposed on the Deho. As a result, we get mixed, a confused idea, and we make a wrong conception. What is eternal as that is unreal, and what is unreal that has appeared to be eternal. So, the body and mind are tools that may work either way. So, we must have to liberation means we have to master the body-mind, or body-mind is mastering us. So long body-mind controls us, we are slaves, there is no way out. And if we go beyond the body and mind, then you are attaining your own freedom and salvation. Because you are free. We are not free. Whatever happens, anyone can disturb my peace in a split second. You are very happy now. Some one wrong information can disturb your total peace now, and you can be sleepless all night. How much control it has over our body and over our mind. When the body and mind dominate over you, it is because you are ignorant of your real nature. You identify yourself with them and are affected by anything that happens to them. But if you can realize that you are the cosmic self and therefore the Lord of the body and the mind, you become free. You live the remaining years of your life with the awareness of being the Lord of everything, and you are happy. When you die, you become free forever. There is no more birth or death for you. Is it not a good thing to have it? Huh? So, huh? Yes, we all want, and it seems that it is doable also, only to be little aware all the day. Huh? It is not a foreign thing. It is a constant truth which is with us. But this is the tremendous power of ignorance, which does not. It is like the scum of a pond, old pond filled with scum. You can, with this study, with this meditation, with holy company, with japa, with prayers, or bhajan singing, it sometimes clears up a little bit. Yeah, it is true. No? Mind says, it is true. But as soon as you lift your hand, boom, it comes and jumps and covers the top. You don't see the self anymore. You see the scum only. Similarly, you see the body only. Similarly, you see the mind only. But it is to be, that's why it's to be practiced constantly. Ashupti amriti kalannaid vedanta chintaya. Therefore, one should be very serious every day, every moment. One part of the mind should function. So you can be strong and powerful. Actually, we are whole day, how much suffering we go through because identifying with this body and thinking we are so limited. It is always a botheration. But it can be, we can overcome this if only we take little effort to disidentify with what we are not. So 5 minutes, we can go for some question, and then because we'll have to go home and we have some cakes to eat. Yes. Yes, please.
There's all sense, pleasure in, and pain.
Eh?
There's all sense, pleasure in
and pain. Yes, because it is limited.
That's pain. What I was thinking too, because it ends in death. Body dies and sense pleasure comes through the body.
Yeah, but it does not finish because desire is the background thing. Sense pleasure is the pleasure of God. But when it comes to senses, it limits it in such a way and finishes it so quickly, then we are not satisfied. We will have to crave for second time, third time, fourth time, and we do for times and times and times again, but never satiate. Our mind does not get fully satiated with it.
Isn't that what is said is at the core of bhakti? That yearning, Swami, that we if we trace desire to its root, all desires eventually will lead to that one desire that ultimately is not satisfied until we leave the body.
And not the body, leaving is not the question. The thing is that
because we can't join as long as we're stuck in the body.
No, you can be in the body but totally free from the body, detached from the body. That state when you can attain. You are here like Ramakrishna, like Swamiji, like Holy Mother, like Christ, like Buddhas. They are the example. They don't die. If they die, then we do not know what happens after death. No. But that is called the Jivan Mukti. While we are living, we can do that. See, we do that. Unconsciously we do when you go to deep sleep. What happens? I do not know I have a body, but I don't die. And I also feel little joy.
How do I know I feel joy if I'm in sleep?
Because you come back and say you slept very well. And your face looks, you go to the mirror and stand after real rest. See how it looks. It's so beautiful. Where the beauty and joy comes, because there is something behind. You cannot prove directly, but by your own experience you can say yes. Otherwise, what is the source of your joy there? Tell me. You are not eating anything. You are not seeing anything to the senses. senses are not functioning, mind is not functioning. So your brain is there or not, your body is there or not, you do not know anything, but you are in very peaceful mood. But that peace dawns out of void, out of nothingness, no. So it is possible. Suppose you can go to that state when you are looking at me, this moment, then you will be there. What is happening in the body? Ramakrishna, living in the world, talking even, and sometimes he says, he's looking like his eyes open, but he's not there. Ramakrishna gave the example in the Gospel of Ramakrishna. You will find that he asked M to bring some drawing where he wants to see that a bird is sitting on to hatch the egg, sitting over it. He's looking, but his looking is all in on, or she. Her mind is totally on the egg. So she is wide awake up, but it's not there. So it's possible. And that's why you are struggling. If after death you get realization, Vedanta says that is no good. What will happen, who knows? After death, uncertain. If you have anything, have it now, here. Then you can be sure of it. After death it will continue. If you don't have it here, then what is the proof? That's why postmodern peace is not the goal of Vedanta. And Bhakta also. Bhakta wants the joy here and now. Devotees want to sing and dance in the name of God and extract the joy and get intoxicated into that. Here and now, no question. After death, what will happen? Yes, after death it happens. I'm sure it will happen if it happens here. And if I go beyond the body identity and get that peace, no? So we have to do that. We have to do that. It's possible, and there are testimonies. All the saintly people are like that. Once you touch the granny, then you are free. No one can catch you anymore. So that's the thing. Granny is here, the cell. Once one can touch there, then freedom will come spontaneously. It's okay. We end here. Huh? Om Shahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvisha Bahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Okay, we will not greet anymore. Let us go to have some cake and then you have to go back. I don't want to make you delay more. Thank you.
Google